Alrighty, everybody. Hello, welcome to this stream. It's been a while since I last played Arknights, but that's because I wanted to, spend some time outside the game to make sure I'd be able to clear what's up next, even though this is all about my challenge run. The challenge being, can I clear Arknights story mode stuff lore accurately? Meaning, can I clear certain chapters and stories and events using only the operators that show up in the events? Meaning, if my buddy Thorns doesn't make an appearance, I'm not allowed to fall back on the guy known as Thorns. Or for you veteran players, Wysidel, Surtur. I mean, I have Surtur, but you know what I mean. I can't just fall back on the easy DPS. Or Wysidel. Except for the events where they do show up. As long as they appear in the event story.
The kind she'd never tell anyone.
Well, first things first, I'm gonna get my chat open. And after the disaster that was the Undertale stream and having a weird thing with the chat, I'm doing what I did before. Let's see if my Arknight boys are gonna be back. Let me just get myself ready. Let me open. Let's open it. Oh, come on. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. I got my live chat open. Immediately you can tell I bought the UI from the Chapter 15 event shop that is no longer available. So I'm already like having some swag going on. If I do this and show off, change... Nope, no, not that. Change background. Nope, that's not it either. Where is it? See selected outfit? No, not that either. Where is the setting to change that? Is it friends? No, that's not it. I forgot where it is, but like, I was able to change my UI layout. Forgetting, where is it?
Yes. I declined Dr. Warfrin's request to perform a scientific examination on you as per Kautz's instructions. Huh? She wants to study me too? It's worth considering. She could assist with analyzing the knowledge and memories I've acquired. I know what she wants, and our goals are aligned.
Yes. As you can clearly tell by who is on my home screen, I pulled for Monster. And I acquired Monster. Man, like, but I purchased the Chapter 15 UI thing in the event shop, but I have no idea now where I even equipped it. Was it Archives? No. Was it here? Well, there, maybe? Change. Oh, it was change here. So this is what I started with. I found it. It was change theme all along. I was here before. Okay, so this is the one that you saw last. This dull, boring look. But I purchased the one from the Chapter 15 stuff. So this is what I have now. And that looks insanely cool. As you can see on your screen, we've cleared Chapter 0. in terms of my challenge. So the progress being made. We've also had some significant progress being made in our lineup. And I'm wondering... Oh, that should be fine. Alrighty. So, my Doberman got to Elite 1. Yeah, I finally did that. Because it's no longer about having, like, a low DP cost. I now need power. So, I got my Doberman to Elite 1. She's level 40. Her skill is rank 7. So, I did as much as I could with the resources I have. Amiya, I got to a little higher of level. And I'm now wondering if I should just use her second skill or not. But because of the stun that happens after the skill is over, I am very hesitant to use it. So I will keep using her first skill until I think I need the extra firepower. And then with Neryl, I got her skill rank a little higher, and she's still only Elite 1, but she's level 50 now. So this is what we got to work with. But there is stuff I have to show you since the last time. Custom sort, acquisition date. My latest 6 stars that I acquired after the last stream, no, not you, was Mizuki, which I am not too thrilled about having because, you know, you need his module to be good. Like, you really need his module, but it's an IS thing. And, like, when you're already outdone by Ascalon, who is currently having her rerun right now, that I'm not gonna do anything for, obviously. Gotta save my pulls for the limited banner that's coming up. But I guess it's fine. He's cool, I guess. I don't even know if he's, like, relevant to any story stuff. He's an A-gear, okay. A-gear? A-gear? How do you pronounce that? A-gear? Meaning, he could be relevant for any of the story stuff that's over there. Mentions how Mizuki came in contact with our boys in Dociles. Crew for long-term stay aboard the land ship. Great. Would be nice if we had, like, more, I'm sure. Then, during the same thing on Monster's Banner, I get Reed Alter. And I think to myself, that's not so bad. Getting Reed Alter is not bad. Just have to level her up more. Which is funny because I already had her sister. So if you go back, I had her sister because I pulled on the Necras banner. And you know what, people, we need to, like, settle this right now. If you're gonna call Reed Reed, but call her sister by her name Eblana, then you have to call Reed by her real name, which is I don't know if it's in her file, but her real name, as in the event, is Loshini. Loshini? And people are like, oh, that's a stupid name. And I'm just like, okay, then you have to use Eblana's code name, Necras. But then, I end up getting Monster. It only took me 130 something pulls, but I got Monster. And her banner has made me rethink to never pull on Standard again. Unless your name is Lazy Alter. Because I'm genuinely a little curious about pulling on her banner. But I am actually going to skip Tragodia. You heard me right. I am skipping Tragodia. And depending on how the limited banner goes, I will skip Ulpianus. That's right. Man, I am kinda close to getting E2 Monster. So that's the updates. I also got Scene. I purchased her in one of the shops. Because it was like, I need a summoner, and I know Scene I'm gonna need eventually. She's pretty cool with her camera drones. Right? Is that what they're called? Her buggy cams, yeah, and they're really good, considering cams will reveal invisible enemies. I don't have a Silver Ash at the moment. And I only just recently found out that Totter can hit invisible enemies as a Besieger sniper, so purchasing Scene was pretty worth it. And so that's just been that. I am kind of stalling for the moment because I know the challenge says to go chapter 1, but there's this weird thing I mentioned at the end of the previous stream. There's a story here that says to be played before chapter 1. Stories of Afternoon. It is just a bunch of cutscenes, sure, but like, it straight up says to go before episode 1, which is what I would be doing next. I need to hammer out the details on what counts. Do I play this in release order, or do I play this as chronologically as I can? I just hope the Arknights YouTubers who were with me before can jump on this stream and answer my question. Because the poll I did on my channel doesn't help. 3 people voted to be release order. And if that's the case, then I have to do it like this. Yeah, by clicking on an event, you can see, like, the storyline. And I'm glad that the game, Hypergriff updated the events to be sorted like this. I'm so grateful that they did, because I was around when the UI looked a lot worse than this. Trust me, I'm a player of 3 months, 4 months, because it's October already. Oh yeah, counting October right now, I've played the game for 5 months. So I was aware that this didn't always look like this. But people are saying, oh, play in release order. Yeah, year 1, all the way to now. But it's also a case of, I do want to give myself an excuse to use more than 3 operators during chapter 1. Because we have a mini story that happens before chapter 1. Because if we go by the movements, which are the storylines, at the moment it's like, oh yeah, main story. But then there's this. There's this situation here. So I don't know what to do. I'm kind of stun locked. And I don't even know if you can pause live streams. that something that you can do? I don't think so. Swell. So I have no idea how to proceed. And I'm not about to ask the Arknights subreddit because that place is a nightmare. I've tried posting there, asking questions, because I'm new to this franchise, and the mods there are annoying assholes. I even got banned because I asked a question in the wrong place that I didn't know I was supposed to ask somewhere else. Sorry. How do I get the Arknights guys over here? This is kind of sad. Yesterday I had so many new people that had never heard of me before. Or were like brand new to the channel, just because I played Undertale. Suddenly I continue the Arknights series out of nowhere, and nobody's ready. Do you guys even get my notifications? Maybe there's a way. Can I friend? Who were the friends from that time before? Was this one of the guys? I'm trying to remember who we were talking with before. Well, I don't know what to do. I straight up have no idea what to do. Because this is another part of the rules of my challenge I need to hammer out. I got past the first chapter of the game. I have reached a point where I don't know what to do. Because I kind of want to do this in chronological order, but at the same time, maybe not. And yeah, then there's the case of this event. Come catastrophes or blank wakes of vultures. See, this one says it comes before chapter 4. And then Code of Brawl says it comes before chapter 9. But then there's this weird case of events coming after Code of Brawl. If I could find them. No, not there. Not there. Yeah, here. Like, in this case, I would have to play Code of Brawl before going to these events. Some of these are standalone, and then Code of Brawl before playing Guide Ahead. And then the Ark story, which is kind of main story relevant in terms of being adjacent. So I don't know. I'm going into this blind. Should I just... Because I eventually want to do it with every story. Playing the events with only story-accurate operators. But the issue becomes, what do I do if there are side stories that interrupt the main story? Considering Stories of Afternoon seems to be the one I should do next. But nobody wants to tell me anything. So I have no gauge. I have no gauge for this. I don't mind just sitting here, waiting. Is there a place I can go in this game where I can just play the music of things? Fashion, intelligence... No. I wish. Man. Change background. Yeah, which also does change the music, but like... Yeah, I don't like that soundtrack. I loved the soundtrack from the U banner. But how do I get that one? I probably can't at the moment. Fine. Why do I feel hot most of these? Man, I need a more comfy chair than this. This chair, I can't get rid of it. My desk and my chair were hand carved. They were handmade. It's wood. I remember the guys who gifted me this desk and chair. They were hand carved. They have value. I'm not about to just replace the chair willy-nilly, but after a while, it does feel like a pretty terrible chair.
The kind she'd never tell anyone.
So I'm gonna just do that. I guess until people come in so I can actually do the challenge, I'm just gonna grind babble. Why not? No, I tried. I mean, not that I need anything anymore. I've cleared everything out of the shop. It would just be LMD and coals. Unless people want to help me clear EX stages. Yikes. You know what? I am so hungry, and I know that I started this probably at the worst possible time. But I don't care. I'm gonna suck on a Tootsie Pop, a lollipop. Because I'm a guy who cares about following a storyline. Unless these are not necessarily important. I don't know. No one's here watching me to even, like, give me advice. That's part of the cool thing of being live.
Want to hear some stories about Kaltsit? The kind she'd never tell anyone.
If nobody comes soon, I'm just gonna stop streaming and I'm gonna delete it and then, like, schedule it better, I guess. I don't know. Because I genuinely don't know if I should just go right to chapter 1 or not. Oh no. Yeah, if I don't get any more operators soon, 1-5 might be impossible. Or I don't care about the 3 stars. So I don't know. Yo, hello! Okay, we got someone in the chat. Hello! Simple New BN. Welcome, welcome. Now then, I have no idea how to continue past Chapter 0. If I want to do it in release order or follow the chronological storyline, because I'm kind of in a pickle. Because Stories of Afternoon seems to want to come before Chapter 1. I don't know how to proceed. I almost feel like I should have hammered out the details to this challenge of mine sooner, considering I have no idea how to do this. So is anyone more knowledgeable on the Arknight stuff that wants to help me? Probably not. Well, if enough time passes, I'll probably just buckle down and just do Chapter 1. Because I have no idea what I'm supposed to, how I'm supposed to even do this. I know it's my challenge and I make the rules and everything, but what would make the best experience for doing this challenge? Because I don't know. And I can't just say, oh, only play the main story and not play anything else, because there are events that do impact the main story. So I'm at a loss. Do I play this way, or do I play this way? So I don't know. I might just play Chapter 1. Screw it. All right, here we go. Is it just me, or is the sky getting darker? If only it was just you. We never had much time anyway. The shape of the catastrophe cloud is more clearly defined than the black haze it was before. I don't like the feeling I get from watching it form over our heads. What a bad omen. To make things worse, reunion goons might be lurking in every nook and cranny. Actually, that's probably too conservative. What you should have said is that they're probably partying on the streets. Almost every street is filled with destruction, violence, and looting. Vehicles and buildings are being set on fire. But these thugs decide that it's the perfect weather for a picnic. If they're going out on a picnic now, it's a catastrophe that will feast upon their bones. This proves that most reunion members are just fools who've been whipped into a frenzy. Look, they're not really having a picnic. I just wanted something to moan about. You didn't have to take me so seriously. Oh, you weren't being serious? Wait, you were trying to crack a joke? Sorry, I'm not good with this stuff. It's fine. It's just that trying not to laugh is hard. Sorry for trying to make a joke at such a serious time. It's okay. Rhodes Island wasn't founded for the sake of having everyone keep a serious face. There we go. One of the great things about Rhodes Island. They are literally a pharmaceutical company with members that are just also powerful warriors. If you look at their pseudo-leader, Dr. Calcit is a doctor. At least I hope that's all she is, and there's nothing sinister beneath the surface. So I'm going to place my faith in Calcit. We've always wanted everyone to be able to smile. Amiya! Don't worry about it. In any case, let's help out with the scouting. I'll quietly dispatch the enemy at our 4 o'clock. Hopefully their diseased organs won't explode or be rigged to serve as some kind of alarm. We'll wrap around and take care of that large group on the other side of the fortification. With this much chaos around us, nobody will notice a little more noise. Alright, let's move out. Thanks, Doberman. Stage 1-1. Seems like a pretty standard stage if you ask me. And the only operators I'm still allowed to use are Doberman, Amiya, and Neural. I got away with Crown Slayer last time because, truth be told, being able to clear some of those stages with 2 operators felt like a little bit of an insane challenge. I want this to be doable, not for me to waste my time. So I used Crown Slayer before because she technically showed up in the story, and I classified that as fair game. But since Crown Slayer's not here at the moment, I can't use her. So we're stuck with this. If anyone wants to comment in the chat, feel free. I would love a conversation.
Operation commencing.
Got it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Tear him up.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank you, Doberman. I'm glad I leveled you up after all.
Get behind me.
Neural there.
Filthy scum.
Incoming. Get ready, everyone. Roger.
And there we go.
Hang in there.
I'm right here. I hear someone crying.
Time to interrogate.
Yes, keep it going, keep it going.
Hang in there.
I'm right here. Are you afraid of me?
Tear him up.
Mission accomplished.
Come back when you're less mediocre.
Time unknown, weather unknown, visibility poor. Chernobog, Operation Squad, E0's location. Dr. Joseph rescues Operation Phase 3. Does that finally mean it's the other squad, please? This clinic. Amiya, haven't we been here before? You're right. But why has it become like this? It's been totally abandoned. It looks like it was attacked by Reunion. Wasn't this Azazel, the clinic for the infected? Yes. Even though they had access to Chernobog's entire underground intelligence network, they still refused to work with us. Back then, it wasn't clear what kind of dealings they had with Reunion. If only they had given us some information or even just a hint. We could have been out here. We could have been out of here by now. They brought this outcome upon themselves. Yes, they did. That's not the entire story. Amiya, you were there for the negotiations, weren't you? That cold and arrogant attitude of theirs really ticked me off. We can't blame them. Boss? It's hard for the infected to trust anyone. After enduring so many hardships, who can blame them for becoming jaded and stubborn? I can understand why they did what they did, and I can forgive them. Those who don't protect themselves are easily hurt by others. Moreover, the infected often can't even trust each other. Not everyone is able to stomach the kinds of risks that we take either. A clinic for the infected. Azazel, they were a black market clinic that only provided services to the infected. Given the social status of the infected, they couldn't openly reveal themselves in public. Some of the infected, not wanting to be thrown into quarantine, are hiding throughout the city, just trying to survive. Azazel was aimed at providing services to these people. They must have rejected Reunion's proposals. Doctor, I previously mentioned that we're all sick, right? This disease will claim our lives, but it also grants us with extraordinary powers. For example, I can use Originium arts without the aid of a staff. Oh, that's the point of why some are infected. I was a little confused when I first read the story for the first time. But now that I know a little more, it makes sense. Okay. However, this disease does not only destroy our bodies, it also destroys any chance we have at living a normal life. Or rather, civilized society strips everything away from us. Chernobog has been the shining beacon of this civility. Fearing, hating, exiling, and purging the infected. And this is how it ends. The only thing is, how many infected were even given the option to choose between us, Reunion, or some other organization? Most of them simply lost everything. Perhaps this clinic was a warm place that some of them could call home. There is no cure for oropathy, at least right now. The infected can only die in despair, and their bodies become new sources of infection. With their abnormal powers and fatally infectious disease, fatally. The infected are the most hated people on this planet. Oof. Doctor, you probably won't be able to understand everything just based upon my brief explanation. But when you see the consequences of these problems with your own eyes, you will understand. You'll see the harsh reality surrounding the infected. Rhodes Island empathizes equality for all, whereas Reunion is fanatically infected-centric. However, organizations like ours are a rare sight. Yep. So it's a wonder that it got off the ground in the first place. Can't wait to finally learn that whole story about who founded Rhodes Island and all the work it took to get Calcit to be able to get it off the ground. But then again, Calcit gets around, doesn't she? She makes so many allies in so many places. I can understand why you're angry, but it's hard not to sympathize with this little clinic. I see. Perhaps they really ended up facing a bigger crisis than they could handle. In any case, we should leave our anger behind along with this clinic. Rhodes Island is filled with good people. Though fear and hostility might create rifts between people, I believe that all misunderstandings will be resolved as long as we're a part of the same family. Perhaps Rhodes Island is but another Azazel. Amiya. Let's go, Doctor. Wow. And I can't even do 1-2 because it's a mission designed to be a tutorial. This isn't story accurate. I know it's for the sake of a tutorial. I have to skip 1, 2. Go right to 1, 3. Oh my. This is something. I don't know. I've made progress in my challenge, but at the same time, nobody wants to answer my question about the order I do events or storylines or whether or not the mini cinematic story stuff should count. And at the end of the day, I don't think they do. They'll count for when I read the story stuff, of course, but they're not going to count. No. I want them to have some kind of value outside of the whole they're just extra story stuff. I'm going to make that a rule that my wild card picks that I can call in an emergency backup, like a heli drop, can only be operators from those tiny story cinematics and nobody else. That way I can log them in the bank and I can call upon them if I need them. And then I would have to mark the chapter that I didn't clear it completely accurately. And it's also a good thing that they already give me abbreviations for story modes in terms of, like, what denotes what story. Like for Babel, it's BB, or you have Lone Trail, or Undertides, or Gaviel, the Great Chief Returns, or any of those. So I'm at a point where I'm wondering if I should keep going at all. Because this stream might just be a bust. Unfortunately, this might be a bust. We can at least log down that this stream is not entirely useless anymore. We made progress. And for anyone that's watching this after the fact, please comment below the best way I could possibly do this. With the story mode, chronological order, or if I do it in the order the events came out in. Because certain things tie into other things, and I kind of want to do it a certain way, but I don't know. What would you guys want in terms of the best viewing experience? This is also mostly just me stalling, considering
Hey, gotta go train. See you later.
I'm fully aware that Chapter 2 here has the introduction of Lungmen, meaning Chen and Hoshiguma. I'm not entirely sure if I'm remembering if Swire showed up in there or not, but guess what? We go here, you look at these, you don't see a Chen, you don't see a Hoshiguma. So I'm kind of stalling until I can, you know, have like a better roster. It's the only reason I didn't think to stream Arknights again for a while. Now look at that, the two sisters are right next to each other. So I'm gonna just call it there. Sorry for anyone who was really looking forward to this, but if people aren't gonna stay and watch my stream, then this isn't fun for me. I can at least say I made progress, and I showed off to you all that I made progress on my account with well, technically 4 6 stars because I did get myself Vigil. Mizuki, Read the Flame Shadow, Monster, and Vigil. I've made that kind of progress. And we started chapter 1, so that's good enough for me. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you liked it. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the video with a friend. Make sure you join the Patreon as always. And of course, just keep your notifications on, you know. And see you in the next one, I guess. Bye.